Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Ruben GT303, and this is going to be a short video on my Spyderco Paramilitary. This is the original Paramilitary, or like Paramilitary 1. It has recently been discontinued for the Paramilitary 2, and the model number on this is C81G. This is going to be a little bit different because I believe this is maybe a service issue knife because it's numbered, and it also says United States Secret Service on it. And the jimping's a little bit different. A few things are different from this and other paramilitaries that I've seen. I'm gonna annotate a little bit of literature right here, basically. Just due to my lack of general skill, talent, literacy, attention span, and memory. So if you could hold on just a second and enjoy the music. Alright, that was a song from Basketball, which is an awesome movie, but I'm going to go ahead and hop back into this review. I'm going to jump into the specs right now. So this knife has an overall length of 7.872 inches. It has a closed length of 4.75 inches. It has a blade length of 3.093 inches. The blade stock or blade thickness is 0.156 inches, and it has a cutting edge of 2.938 inches. The cutting edge is a little bit shorter than the overall blade because of the forward finger choil. It takes up just a little bit of the blade. It weighs in at 3.75 ounces, which is really lightweight for a knife this size and the quality materials that it's made out of. Right now I'm going to hop into the features on this knife. And I'm working on the talking points here, so if I get stuck or fuck up, sorry, but it's probably going to happen. Starting off with the nicely contoured ergonomic handle with textured G10 handle scales. The G10 on this is awesome in my opinion. In say comparison to the this would be the Spyderco Persistence, which would be in the line with the Ambitious, Tenacious, and Resilient. The texturing on this is nice, but it's really not grippy. The texturing on this, and you can even hear that difference. The G10 on the Paramilitary is a lot grippier and a lot nicer. The way the handle's contoured gives you 3 different ways to carry the knife, or well, basically how to hold on to the handle. Unfortunately, my hand's not small enough to fit all 4 fingers in here. It's a big gorilla meat hooks. So holding in the lower way, I have to put my finger over this bottom little hump here and onto the butt of the knife. In the primary carryway, you put your finger in the primary grip, you put your index finger into the forward finger choil, and that lets you choke up on the blade a little bit better and gives you a little more precision while cutting something. You could also do that the reverse way, and actually on both grips also. So make that 4 grips instead of 3. This knife does feature a lanyard hole, which is and lanyard tube, because that's generally what Spyderco does, but I don't use a lanyard, so that doesn't really do anything for me. If you do use a lanyard, you know, that's cool for you and that'll help you out, but it doesn't really do much for me. The pocket clip on this knife is tip down only, which makes a lot of sense. A lot of people would say, well, why isn't it tip up or left or right hand, or left-handed, I should say. My answer to that is that this knife, like I showed earlier, has no blade retention at all, basically. So with a slight flick of the knife, just barely, or you could actually fling it open. If that was in your pocket and it opened up just a little bit like that, you go to put your hand in and grab, say, your keys or something out, you're going to cut the fuck out of your hand. So, tip down is basically the only way I think that this knife should be made and carried. The lock on this knife is the compression lock, which is actually a pretty cool design. It's basically kind of like a reverse Walker liner lock. I think that's a Michael Walker liner lock, where you disengage the lock on the front of a liner lock, but on a compression lock, you disengage it on the back. And I think that's cool because with the Michael Walker liner lock design, when bringing the blade back down, your thumb's kind of in the way, or maybe even your fingers. But on this, you can pinch the lock and basically just swing the knife forward to close. That's actually something I've been into a lot lately, and I don't know why, but the last two knives I've bought, say the Spyderco Manix 2 Manix 2 Blue Translucent, and the the Benchmade Grip Chilean, are also knives that have a locking mechanism in the back towards the top. That's one more thing I should have mentioned also, is that with that lock like that, you could actually open the knife up that way too, just by pinching down a little bit and releasing the tension on the blade and flinging it out. So that gives you another way to open up the knife. So you have the Spyderco deployment hole. You can, oops, fucked up, fling it out, or you could use the compression lock, compress it, and fling the blade out. Alright, sorry, I got distracted there for a second. It has dual liners. They are nested and they are partial liners, so they are not full stainless steel liners going out through the length of the handle. Once again, similar to, say, the Benchmade Grip Chilean, this is to reduce weight while still keeping some sort of structural stability. So this knife is still very strong and thin because the liners are nested inside the G10 handles. The blade shape. It took me a little while to look this up. I found one place that said it was a modified drop point / modified leaf blade design, which I don't see that too much. If anything, I'm seeing somewhat more of a, maybe even a modified clip point, just without the little curve on top there. That's more what I'm seeing, but besides that, no one's really saying what kind of blade shape it was, or is. The blade is made out of CTS S30V, which is an excellent steel, real hard. I'll put the HRC up on here, and has a real good, holds an edge real good, so it has real good edge retention. It's made by Carpenter Steel, which I believe is made in Pennsylvania, and that's basically it on that. But alright, the knife has a jimping on the top of the thumb ramp and on the locking mechanism, but that's it. I wish it had more jimping basically all the way around, like say on, once again, the Grip Chilean, where it has kind of the fake plastic jimping, or same thing with the Manix 2, or here's another one, but the SOG Trident, where there's jimping all the way around the handle and not just in two places. That's basically my only downfall to this knife. I think the only way you could possibly make this knife better is if the original designer, Sal Glesher, had his son maybe take a look at it and redesign it a little bit, maybe put a little more blade retention on the liner lock, make the pocket clip go tip up and tip down, left and right-handed, and get rid of that hump on the bottom a little bit so you get a nice firm grasp on the knife. That knife is actually called the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, which many consider to be the best overall folding pocket knife that you can buy on the market. And that's out of everything. Customs, productions, mid-techs. The Paramilitary 2 is an awesome knife. Now, I'm not saying it's the best overall knife, but for the price and quality you're getting, yes, it is. Alright, YouTube, this is basically the end of my review. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to hit me up. If you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more gun, knife, shooting, ammo, demonstration, reviews, and overviews, that'd be cool. If not, thanks for watching and have a nice day.